Well, hey. All right, I'm going to give this a few seconds. I realize that it's like late morning or middle. I don't even know what time it is. It's like late morning. So I know a lot of you aren't going to catch this, but I hope you catch the replay. We're going to talk about the energy of this week, but I need to share some of my personal information with you and why understanding the energy for the week is so key and so important. So I've been talking a lot about the realms between, let me back it all up. I have been up, I haven't slept yet. I've been up since yesterday. I got the biggest download of my life, literally of my life. And one of the really cool things, so we'll start with this, is I've been studying quantum physics, quantum entanglement, quantum mechanics for a little over a decade. That has allowed me to put together a program called Moving from Survive to Thrive. This isn't about that. What it's about is over 20 years, good morning, over 20 years of my life, my spiritual journey, my awakening process, we'll call it, my evolution, I've been given all these breadcrumbs. And they've all been applicable to allow me to develop what we've developed here at Domino Mentoring. Beautiful, crazy, everything in hindsight was perfectly aligned for me to get to this point. And yesterday, all of those breadcrumbs came together, not just in a loaf of bread, but like a 5-course meal. I've been working on finishing the finaling details for the program 369 Quantum Entanglement. That's going to be starting July 7th. I'm getting to a point, I promise, because this is, all right? So a couple weeks ago, I went down this rabbit hole, which involved a lot of theories about Nikola Tesla. And then yesterday, while I was finishing the final details, there's this one little piece that I was like, it's not part of the program, but if I could get it, I feel like this is a game changer, right? So it's this. So this is what happened last night to my crazy world. And then we're going to get into the energy for you guys. And this is why I'm sharing this. So I've said over and over and over again for the last little while that the veil between realms is very thin right now. And it's going to remain that way. And it's going to get thinner and thinner as we go along, which means we are connecting into spirit with way more ease. We are connecting into our galactic guides. We are connecting into all of these realms, the unicorn realm, the fairy realm, all of this stuff. You love quantum physics? Babe, this is going to blow your mind. I can't share all of this here because I'm not sure. Okay, anyways, we'll talk about that later. So, the veils are thin, which means whatever you are here for, you are connected into parallel experiences of yourself and parallel connections of yourself because time is not linear. Okay? So yesterday, during my download, trying to figure out this diagram. Now, this is an over-analytical version of the diagram. This is my notes of the diagram. So this is the power of 369, which Nikola Tesla said, if we only understood the majestic nature of the power of 369, I'm paraphrasing, it's not exact, you would understand the keys to the universe. Well, I'm a medium. So last night with the realms very thin, the veil between the realms, I was like, I wonder if I can channel Nikola. Well, lo and behold, I did. This came to life. And there's so many moving pieces to this, but it literally is the key to the universe. And with everything, every breadcrumb that I have been given for the last 2 decades has all come together in a multi-layered fashion on what that diagram means, which is huge. You can morph time-space reality. You can heal very aggressive disharmony in the body with this. You can change anything with it. So this all came flooding through. I was up till 1 working on that. And then from 1 to 4 o'clock this morning, download on how to teach this at a retreat. So it's a combination of moving from survive to thrive, the 3 layers of that with the power 369, quantum entanglement. So this is all quantum physics linked to spirituality, linked to co-creating with universal flow. Like, holy poop. I'm trying not to swear on this platform. It like has blown my mind. I can't sleep. I can't do anything except for sit here and stare at it. And my brain is like, I can feel my brain expanding. It's insane. So I wanted to share that with you for two reasons. Whatever you're connected to right now, whatever is for your highest path, your highest purpose, whether it's that lover so that you get to experience unconditional love, whether it's soul purpose, stepping in and changing lives the way I get to, no matter what it is, the veils are so thin and so supportive for you embodying this information, becoming this information, connecting into all that is. This is the timeline of the greatest shift of humanity and our planet, which I know how to shift timelines. I know how to. It's insane. It's absolutely insane. So there's that. Second piece that I really want to remind you of. When you're anxious for soul purpose coming to you, and soul purpose can be many things, as I've mentioned. It could be experiencing unconditional love. It can be stepping into the world. You are going to have this awareness hit you like a truck. I've had many of these moments in my 43 years on this planet. Many of these moments where I'm like, oh my God, like full picture. And last night was the whole picture coming together. You're going to be getting breadcrumbs, babes. All of you. You're going to be you won't know it until it hits you, but everything will come together. There is breadcrumbs constantly being provided to you. So I don't want you to get frustrated when you're trying to navigate the how or the when or the where or the why with soul purpose. I just want you to trust. That is the biggest thing that you can do, is move into the vibrational alignment of trusting that you are here for something. If you feel it, you're meant for it, and it will not pass you by if you just allow the breadcrumbs to keep coming in. You do not have to go searching for it. It will hit you. And why I didn't think of channeling Nikola Tesla sooner, I don't know, but maybe I wouldn't have gotten the full picture or understood it fully. But a combination of downloads, 20 years of studying and research, like a lot of studying and research, a lot of education, and this download and then this connection in, and it just blew up. Like, whew. So there's going to be a retreat coming, which I'm super pumped about. Can't wait. And the Power of 369, if you have done moving from survive to thrive, the power of, which is the first two levels, the Power of 369 will be available to you, but you will not get it. You will not comprehend it if you have not done that program. You have to understand the quantum mechanics in order to understand truly, fully the quantum entanglement. So that's available for those of you that have taken that course on July. What is going on in my brain? November 7th. Apparently something's coming for me in July because I keep saying July instead of November. So here we go. All right, let's tap into how we can use this energy. Sarah Rose is going to jump on at the end of the week to do an energy forecast for the weekend. I haven't asked her yet. Sarah Rose, can you do that, please? I'll be away in Florida with a client doing a one-on-one exclusive retreat. So I'm going to be MIA as of late evening tomorrow. I head to the airport, and then I'll be back on Monday. So I won't be available, unfortunately, but okay. Energy is sticky for the next coming days, so we're going to just do from now until Friday. Here we go. It is a bit sticky, though, guys. We have crossroads, so I want you to settle in and pick 1, 2, or 3. We have full moon coming next week on Tuesday, which is very intense. Just a heads up, it's going to be very intense. You're going to be feeling the shift of it leading into the full moon, and then for a few days after. So we're going to start to feel that like Friday, Saturday, Sunday, even though that's quite a bit prior, we're going to feel this enhancement. All right, so let's connect in. I want you to pick 1, 2, or 3. All right, we've got double messaging going on, which is really cool. All right, number 1. Crossroads. You are at a junction point. This is the way the cards came out. So this is showing me that you're about to turn direction. Okay, message 1. Do not make mountains out of molehills for the next coming days. Like, There's this energy up. So overall, I already did the recording for November full forecast, and we've got a lot of this Eeyore energy going on, which is like, Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, like the, I don't know, like that self-defeat kind of energy that's really predominant right now. We also have Mars in retrograde that just started on the 30th of October. That's going all the way into January, which is a huge blessing, but it's a little heavy. So this is going to be kind of moving through number ones here in don't step back and let's not be so analytical about trying to find solutions to problems that maybe aren't problems. So can we change the perspective into this isn't a problem, this is a temporary discomfort or temporary disharmony, and it's going to shift for me. So it's the first overall messaging. The second piece of this message is that you do have the resources required. You're ready. You're ready for whatever that thing is. But there's some belief in and around it's hard, or if it's love, like there's not a lot of good fish in the sea. Like this kind of mentality of like, it's hard, it's not easy. So a lot of work for the next few days, gang, over really digesting, like my foundation is built and I just have to take my time and surrender and allow this to come in. This is that crossroad energy. You're either going to stay in this Eeyore energy, or you're going to transition into, the cards won't make any sense to you, or you're going to transition into, I surrender and I trust. I know my foundation is built. I'm proud of what I've accomplished for myself, my realizations, the healing I've done, and now this is moving through me and this is going to come to me. So there's message of it is coming, but you're going to be feeling this energy predominantly, this desire to go into defeat a little bit for 4 days is what I'm hearing. So we want to sort of course correct ourselves and choose our perception. So if that means you need to distract yourself a little bit into things that make you happy, and this isn't avoidance, this is more about how can I choose high vibration? How can I choose to feel a little bit more uplifted and upbeat? The other thing, whatever's surfacing, you definitely want to go in and be like, what is my belief in and around this? Why am I going into defeat? Why do I believe it's hard? Who taught me that it's hard? And sort of discover some stuff in and around that. All right, let's go into number 2. Number 2, it's not a crossroad energy, it's sort of this layering energy. So 1, you're going to be feeling the shift of the divine feminine really moving through you. It doesn't matter of your sexual orientation or your origin, whatever. The divine feminine is really being activated right now. And with that, I'm hearing you're going to be moving into some very fierce energy. This first week of November is heavy, gang. It's naturally just heavy. So we're already up against that. So this fierceness is going to be moving through those of that selected number 2. There's a lot of power. There's a lot of very precise, keep your vision strong, keep your eye on the prize, keep your eye on the goal sort of thing. But you're going to be inclined to be a little bit more bitchy, a little bit more snappy, a little bit more agitated. So the message that sort of goes along with that is taking a very playful approach. So it feels like this is the message across the board. It's like, here's what you're up against, here's what to do. A lot of play is going to be important for number 2s. Play. What is play for you? I want you to define what is playing. For me, playing is listening to music. It's moving around my home and dancing to music. It's, decorating, whatever. Like, find what play is for you. And then I want you to move into that and let this divine feminine move through you. When we go into a creative play, so whether that's art, singing, movement, yoga, walking, cooking, anything like that, we're allowing the divine feminine energy to move through us instead of being congested in certain areas. So the congestion for number 2s is going to be more up in this space here. So if you're getting migraines, if you're getting blurry vision, if you're getting eye pain or real intense ringing of the ears, it's like this space, headaches, that stress frown, things like that. That means the energy is getting congested and they want you to move it through your body. So you can just imagine light pouring through your body, but also movement is going to be really important in the lower body to help those chakras open up to let the energy move through. So lots of movement for number 2s to use this energy. Lots of activation with the divine feminine, which is your creative force. When we allow the divine feminine energy to really flood and move through us, it is going to really hyper focus on the universal law of inspired action, which means that focused energy, that creative energy, is your next steps. It's already in your compass, your soul, your energy, right? So those next steps are going to come flooding through as long as you don't keep that divine feminine energy congested. So get it moving through you, move into a playful, creative approach, and let the universal law of inspired action really move through you. But again, we've got to keep that as above, so below. So you've got to keep your chakra system balanced. It's very fierce, so just kind of watch the tongue a little bit. And move into, I'm really hearing like that wonderment, like that, oh, I wonder how, like this is interesting. That curiosity vibe, that, oh my gosh, this is stunning. Like taking Gaia, taking animals, like visually just observe and let that wonderment, that awe move through you. That's where I'm really hearing for some of you that the inspired action, the next steps, not steps, are going to really present themselves and flow through you. So that's really, really powerful. All right, let's go into number 3, crossroad energy. Okay, I feel that number 3, you have had a lot of, I don't want to say roadblocks, but detours in regards to soul purpose. What has felt like detours towards soul purpose. I feel that there's been some like scavenger sort of vibration energy and like, do I need this? Do I need this? Do I need this? Like scavenging for information, knowledge, wisdom, right? So what's going to happen? Number 3s are going to go through what I just went through, where it's just going to like slam me in the face like a truck. There's massive transformation, and okay, you're going through what I'm going through, number 3s. So this is, you're going to see how every detour or every little bit that you have gathered is going to come together in this full transformation and awareness for what you're going to bring to the world. This is really about soul purpose stepping into the world, not so much the other soul purposes is like unconditional love or anything. Like this is like you're a game changer, you're a leader, you're a teacher, you're a healer. You're here to help the transformation of all that is. And there's going to be this flooding in of many, 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 many souls that you're going to be supporting. One of you with number 3, there's something to do with children. I don't know who that is. It'll resonate with you, but there's something really strong about teaching children. I'm getting that for one individual only that's picked number 3. Everybody else, it's like you can move out of this scavenger energy and spend more time over the next couple of days in a meditative, reflective state of how does this come together? So it's like all the information's there. So instead of analyzing it and dissecting it, we want to just allow it to come together, which is a really interesting feeling because you can feel it happen in your actual physical brain, where your brain goes like, whoa, and you feel it shift. So the other piece with that is merging the divine feminine and the divine masculine energies within the hemispheres of the brain, which is your left and right hemisphere. So whatever practices, I know there's lots of practices about like flipping your hands and then, using the right, like there's all kinds, just Google it. I don't know what it's called, but little practices to help those two hemispheres merge, because it's in that merging that this big opening happens for soul purpose. That's a very specific message. That's really interesting to me. Normally it's a little bit more vague, but this is like hardcore specific for number 3s. So merging left, right hemisphere, divine masculine, feminine, not so much digesting the food or devouring it, or the wisdom, the information or the visions, but more so sitting back and being like, all right, what is this for me? And allowing it to shape shift together for you, because you're going to have huge, huge epiphanies like I've been having. I channeled Nikola Tesla, like what the actual is happening? I don't know. Whew. All right. So there will be details coming out very, very soon. I'm trying to put that all together before I get on a plane. But if not, Monday, I'm just going to get up super early and finish the details. I know this is something that I absolutely, urgently need to bring to the world. Plus, I'm super jazzed about it. Like, it's insane. So details are going to be coming up on that. If you have any suggestions on locations, I'm only going to be inviting 9 souls to this retreat, so it's very intimate. And then my team as well. So we need a retreat center that's going to host anywhere from 12 to 14 people, depending on how much of the team comes. So if anybody knows of any locations or any suggestions, anywhere in the world, it doesn't matter. I'm not afraid of planes, so anywhere. And I would love your suggestions on that. I'd really value that. Okay, cool beans. I'm going to jump on a call. Keep in that trusting vibration, gang. Like these times are going to get more and more intense as we navigate through it. We are going to have more and more clarity. We're going to see big, big, big shifts in our economy, in the way we function as a society, in how we come together in community, our own activations. There's a big activation coming that's going to like sort of plow open all of your clairs, so your psyche, your knowing, your like all of the stuff. And remember that the veils are very thin, so try to connect in. Set up a little temple space of like candles or whatever works for you, and just try to connect in. Allow yourself to connect in. Talk to energy, spirit, essence, and let it help direct you and guide you, because we're in this together. Like we're all in this together, this evolutionary process. So enjoy. All right, mwah. Until we talk again, be brave, be bold, be raw, and I will be available again back on Monday. All right, have a great day, guys.